everyone, here with another video interviewing a spirit. This spirit, his name, he told me, is Douglas. I had actually ordered this doll because I'm very short on male spirits here. So, I mean dolls for male spirits. And I ordered this and he was actually already in it. And it's a little too crowded here for him. He wants something else. So the doll that he is attached to, still in a box, wrapped up. It's the Robin Hood doll. He comes with, like, this is broken. He's supposed to have more arrows, but there's one here. And the bow is attached to that. And then this is his doll. It still has the netting around him. I don't even know if he's ever come out of this because he still has that netting wrapped around him. It looks like this is, he still has the hang tag. It looks like everything is complete other than what happened with this. So, I don't even know if he's ever been out of the box, but that's, and the box is in pretty bad shape. It's pretty bad shape. Kind of bring that over. So, this was not from me. I got it like this. So, so that's the spirit doll that is going to be up for sale. So, this spirit, he told me his name is Douglas. I haven't really done anything else with him, talked to him, figure things out, what have you. So, Douglas died in his 70s. I'm seeing 78. Is that correct? Okay. Did you have diabetes? He had some problem with... Did you lose an eye? Yeah. Did you have a glass eye? Because it was this eye, right? It was your right eye? Okay, because there was something funny about this eye, and I'm like, what? You served in Korea. Is that how you lost your eye? In Korea? The thing is, he didn't lose it to, like, an explosion or something. I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny when you, like, lose a body part, but... Did I understand this correctly? Did you say a palm frond or, like, some kind of plant hit you in the face and that's how you lost your eye? That's how we lost it. It's not funny. It's not funny. I just... Because he's like showing me. And he was like behind somebody else and they pushed it and it went just like smacked him. But I guess it just smacked him in a way that it just... I didn't know you could lose an eye like that. And now... Oh, he's getting even with me. He's getting even with me because I laughed at it because now he's like making my eye... He's like causing it to spasm. Okay. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing anymore. Just cut out. Okay. I know it's not funny. He's like, it's kind of funny. That's exactly what he said. He says it's kind of, he's not mad about it. He really isn't. He's like, it's kind of funny. Because it's such a stupid way to lose an eye. It's like a Three Stooges episode. Just, like, whack right in the head. He's not mad. He's not mad. It's not funny. He's not mad. He's just like, shit happens. He was in the Army. I see 19th Division. But I don't know. All I see is 19th Division. But there are like so many different units and this and that and everything else. 19th Division is just not the only like insignia, right? Or signet, what, I don't even know what it's called. No, it's not. I only see 19th. It was Korea, right? Yeah, it wasn't Vietnam. It was Korea. How old were you? He was in his 20s when that happened. How old? He was 26. 26 when he lost his eye. So you were too young to have been in World War II. Yeah. Did you... Losing an eye wouldn't necessarily mean that you would be discharged from the military. It just means that you wouldn't be on, like, active because of your sight. Did you stay in the military? No, you got discharged? Okay. Where were you born? Are you saying New Mexico? No. Did you say Algonquin, Maine? Yeah, he was born in Maine. But you didn't stay in Maine. You didn't live your whole life in Maine, no. Did you move to Mexico? Like after you moved to New Mexico after you got discharged? Okay. He was an engineer. He was. Because I got a feeling that he was involved somehow with the Vietnam War, right? That's why I was wondering. I'm like, that's why I said, is it just Korea? Because I heard Saigon. I heard some other. I got the feeling of Vietnam, but you were not technically in the Army, but you were involved with the Army during the Vietnam War. And he was an engineer, but you were not an Army engineer. You were a private contractor engineer. And I'm guessing you were a weapons engineer. Yes, he was. He designed weapons. And you were in New Mexico. Now, were you in New Mexico because you were testing weapons? No, he was designing. He was designing weapons in New Mexico. Now Los Alamos, didn't that close down after World War II? He says no. Is that where you were? You were at Los Alamos? So, did you live the rest of your life in New Mexico? No. After he retired, I want to say he lived in Hawaii. hmm See, what happened is after Korea, when he got injured in Korea, he was transported to Hawaii, and he had like further operations on his eye and convalescing in Hawaii, and he fell in love with it. So after he retired, now where were you living on Hawaii? Lanai. He lived in Lanai. Yeah. He was up in the mountains though. He wanted to stay away from. He was a very gregarious man, very like outgoing, nice guy. Nice guy, would help you with it. If he saw like a neighbor doing something, he'd come over. Hey, you need some help? You need me to, need me to hold something, or yeah, yeah. He was a very nice guy, very gregarious, very outgoing. Kind of strange that he lived that far up, but he. Oh, okay. He loved his plants. He liked to grow things because the thing is, like his thought process was, I spent so much time making things that killed other people that when I was done, I wanted to grow things. I wanted to create life and not contribute to taking it. Yeah. The funny thing is, it's like it's not that he was a pacifist, because he was a soldier, he built weapons. But even with all that, his way, there has to be a better way than a gun. There just has to be a better way to find a solution to a situation than with a gun. Yep. This type of guy is. So, what kind of home are you looking for? What would you want to do? He wants to find somebody that like loves plants. Like you know what would be a great person for you, Douglas? Like an herbological witch. You know what I mean? Yep. That'd be like somebody that has like woods and a garden. Oh my God, he'd be in hog heaven out there. Now, did you like farms, like animals and stuff? Yeah, it's okay. Oh, he loves animals. Oh, he loves animals, yeah. Yeah. He had pigs. He said he had pigs on Lanai. Little porkers, he called them. He said the little porkers were running around everywhere. Yep. They're in his garden. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, he loved it. Did you have chickens? Because I don't see... No, he had pigs. He had pigs. I loved those fat little porkers. Yeah. He had, like, these two pigs he called Muffy and Puffy. Yep. Muffy and Puffy. That's hysterical. He's got a great sense of humor. He really does. He's like so laid back. He's so laid back. Yeah. Yeah, he would just love to find somebody that like had a garden or by the woods or had like animal. Oh yeah, he loves all that. And I had this doll like tossed over here. I just recently finished cleaning. And I had this doll over here, and he's just been quiet this whole time. He's not going to be like making noise, making like crazy things happen. he says if you want to have a chat, he'll have a chat, you know. He'll sit down and he'll talk, you know. Very, very open guy. Very open. And you know, the thing that I get about him, now he had a wife, he had a family, he had all that. And he himself is heterosexual. But I get the feeling it's just like, you know, he is so not prejudiced in the slightest bit. And, you know, in that time there were some really like hardcore people. And it's just like, he said, hey, that ain't my way, but he was like, a person's a person. He's like, if it makes them happy, shit, what's wrong with it? That's what he says, shit, what's wrong with it? If it makes you happy, what's wrong with it? Exactly. He doesn't care if anybody is like gay, heterosexual, transgender, that doesn't matter. He says it's all good. Everything's good. Everything's good. I don't know. He said, I don't understand. Why does it matter to anybody else what somebody does with their life? He said, because it isn't their business. He's like, mind your business and stick to your garden. He said, tend to your own garden. There you go. That's hysterical. I love it. I like this guy. I really like this guy. But, you know, I mean, although I do have like a lot of animals here, it's crowded here. I really don't have a garden. I'm trying to work on getting a house and moving, but, you know, he's just like, I don't know, he feels like he wants to be of more use. And he'd really love more room to roam around and go out in the garden, and, you know, that's what he'd really love. So, yeah. Is there anything else you want me to tell anybody about you, or is there anything you want to say, or no, he's good. I think that pretty much covers it for him. So yeah, he's, I mean, a nice, peaceful guy. Nice personality. Just, you know, he's really down to earth and funny. I mean, you know, with that whole eye thing, I shouldn't have been laughing, but he, even then, he wasn't just, he was like, yeah, it's kind of stupid how I lost it, but he's like, hey, shit happens. Really, really laid back. Really nice guy. Yeah. I think you'd enjoy having him around, and he would love to help look after gardens, you know? And that's something that they are actually able to affect, you know. Spirits are made of energy. They can actually pour energy into plants and whoosh, help them grow. I mean, that, you know, I would love it if some of my spirits decided they wanted to take over some of my plants and keep them alive, because God knows I'm killing them as fast as I can. I'm just terrible with some plants. I have a plant right now that's dying, and I'm like, shit. I think it's too late for them to do anything about it, but yeah, there are just some spirits that they just, like, they see a plant and they like, well, this is my plant and I'm gonna take care of it. And yeah, you need to water it for them, but they pour energy into it and just, like, against all odds. Even when they're not getting like a lot of light, these plants can just whoop, because the spirits are like giving them some of their energy. And he'd do it. He'd love a farm. He'd love a farm. He was like all little porkers running around. I'd love it. So, but he really didn't have anything else to really say about himself. You know, he's like, I'm just a guy, nothing special about me. He was like, you know, just daughter around the house and take care of stuff. So, yeah, he's a maybe that's why he chose the Robin Hood one, because, you know, Robin Hood is supposed to be skulking around Sherwood Forest, you know? So, you know, the forest, the trees, the foliage. I think that's a little bit of his personality. So that's it for Douglas. So I'm going to get him ready to post up and edit this video, and hopefully somebody would love to have this guy. He's a nice, really nice guy. Really good sense of humor. So that's it for me here, and I will see you next time.